What if the people disappearing from your life aren't leaving by accident? What if God is the one removing them, and you've been calling it loss when it's actually protection? Most people grieve the friendships that fade, the relationships that go cold, the connections that just stop. They replay conversations wondering what they did wrong. But nobody ever told them that sometimes the most loving thing God does is take someone out of your path before they take you off yours. Today, that changes. Here are the real reasons God removes people from your life, backed by Scripture, and why the people you're mourning might be the very ones God refused to let stay. Reason number 1. They were pulling you away from your purpose. You didn't notice it happening. It was gradual. The conversations shifted. The priorities changed. You started spending more time managing that relationship than growing in God. And slowly, who you were called to be started shrinking. Proverbs 13:20 says, "Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm." Notice it doesn't say, the fool has to be loud or obvious. Sometimes the most dangerous companions are the comfortable ones, the ones who never challenge you, the ones who celebrate your stagnation because your growth makes them uncomfortable. When God removes someone who was quietly capping your potential, it doesn't feel like a blessing. It feels like abandonment. But it isn't. It's redirection. Reason number 2. The relationship was built on a season, not a lifetime. Not every person God sends into your life is meant to stay in it. Some people are assigned to a chapter, not the whole book. And when that chapter ends, holding on doesn't honor the relationship. It just delays your next one. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens." That includes people. Think about the disciples. Jesus poured into crowds. He invested in 70. He chose 12. He was closest to 3. God is intentional about who stays in the inner circle because the inner circle shapes everything. If someone has drifted out of your life and no amount of effort is pulling them back, stop fighting the tide. God may have already closed that door. Your job is not to break it back open. Your job is to trust the one who holds the keys. Reason number 3. They could not go where God is taking you. This one is hard to hear, but it's true. Some people love you exactly as you are and will fight, consciously or not, to keep you there because your transformation threatens something in them. When Joseph's brothers sold him into slavery, they thought they were ending his story. They were actually launching it. Genesis 50:20. "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good." The removal was brutal. The destination was beyond anything Joseph could have planned for himself. Sometimes the people God removes are not your enemies. They're just not equipped for your elevation. And a good God will not let their ceiling become your floor. Reason number 4. The connection had become an idol. You know you've made someone an idol when losing them feels like losing God. When your peace depends on their presence, when your identity is wrapped up in their approval, God is clear in Exodus 20:3. "You shall have no other gods before me." That includes people, especially people you love. When a relationship starts replacing your dependence on God rather than reflecting it, God will sometimes remove it not out of punishment, but out of mercy. Because He loves you too much to share you with something that is slowly replacing Him in your heart. The ache you feel when someone leaves. Sometimes that ache is God reclaiming the space that was always supposed to be His. Reason number 5. And this is the one most people never consider. God removed them to protect them from you. Not because you're a bad person, but because you were in a season that would have pulled them down, or hurt them, or delayed their own calling. David said it plainly in Psalm 139:16. "All the days ordained for me were written in your book, before one of them came to be." God sees every road. He sees the collision before it happens. Sometimes the most merciful thing He does is reroute both people before the impact. That friendship that faded. That relationship that ended before it really began. You may have spent months asking why, but God was protecting 2 destinies at once, yours and theirs. Here is the truth that holds all of this together. God is not careless with people. He does not let relationships dissolve without purpose. Every connection that has left your life passed through His hands first. And if He allowed it to leave, He either saw something you couldn't, or He's making room for something you haven't imagined yet. John 15:2 says, "Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, He takes away." That's not cruelty. That's cultivation. So the next time someone walks out, don't just ask what you did wrong. Ask what God might be doing right. Grieve if you need to. Grief is honest. But don't stay in the grief so long that you miss what He's planting in the empty space. You are not being abandoned. You are being prepared. And the God who removed them is the same God already writing what comes next. If this spoke to something you needed today, share it with someone who's in the middle of an unexplained loss. And if you want more content that brings Scripture to life in the middle of real situations, click the like button and subscribe to Bible Comes to Life. God is not done with your story, not even close.